origin. May happiness and the causes of happiness, may they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Unequaled refuge, ornament of the world, your fame pervades the 3,000 worlds. You are the victor Vajradhara without a doubt. I bow at the feet of the Father, Jigten Sumgun. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessings. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me that I may realize the unelaborated nature of mind. And then
Vajrayogini Drupchö, page 2.
In a single instant I vividly transform into the enlightened body of exalted Vajrayogini. From within the state of emptiness, a top wind fire and a hearth of skulls is a skull cup bearing qualities, red inside with white exterior. Therein from Ubira, Shu and Ma arise the 5 ambrosial nectars. From Nagokuha and Da appear 5 meats which they mark, and the wind stirs, fanning the flames which intensify, causing the contents to melt and boil. From the 3 syllables light rays stream, drawing in divine wisdom nectar. Through this samaya and wisdom merge, and the ocean becomes a vasi.
Om
From within the state of emptiness appears the skulls with a hung inside. From that manifest water to drink, bathing water, flowers, and incense, glowing light, fragrant perfumes and food, symbols and the like, they all amass as Samanta Bhadra's offering clouds, filling up the 3-fold universe. Vajrayogini and the hosts of gathered Dakinis express delight. The energy of the offering clouds is beyond the scope of intellect.
Om Benza Argam Ahom, Om Benza Badin Ahom, Om Benza Buje Ahom, Om Benza Dube Ahom, Om Benza Adoge Ahom, Svabhava Shuddham.
From within the state of emptiness, a top wind fire and a hearth of skulls is a skull cup bearing qualities, red inside with white exterior. Therein from Upirashu and Ma arise the 5 ambrosial nectars. From Nagokuha and Da appear 5 meats which they mark, and the wind stirs, fanning the flames which intensify, causing the contents to melt and boil. From the 3 syllables light rays stream, drawing in divine wisdom nectar. Through this Samaya and wisdom merge, and the nectar becomes a vasi.
Om ka 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 ye ka ye sarvaya characha sabuddha veda vishaza omada avamarada gadagine imam balingre hanandu samaya rakshantu sama sarva siddhi medraya santu yatemba Zadam Devada Zivada Madhijamata Mama Sarva Vardaya Mukham Vishudaya Sahaya Gabhavandu Om Vesova Om Buddha Veda Vishaza Mada Avamara Dagadagi Naya Imambalingehanadu Samaya Rachantu Mama Sarva Siddhi Medraya Santu Yateva Bunzata Devada Zikada Madhijamada Kama Sarva Gardaya Sukam Vishudaya Sahaya Gabhavandu Om Vesova Om Kakakaye Sarvaya Characha Sabuddha Veda Vishaza Mata Avamarandra Gandagi Vedada Imam Balenge Ananda Samaya Rakshantu Mama Sarva Siddhi Medraya Santu Yadeva Yadekata Bhuttata Vivata Siddhata Madhijamata Mama Sarva Sarvaya Sukam Vishudaya Sahayekam Bhavantu Om Vesova Om Spirits guarding the direction
oceans and local protectors, gods and nagas, spirits bringing harm and rakshasas, phantoms and those beings who feed on flesh, hungry ghosts and crazy making ones, forces who inflict forgetfulness, and swarms of mamos and dakinis. Take this torma as a proper gift and assist us yogins in our aim to accomplish great awakening, pacify all adverse conditions, along with danger and injury. Help us to successfully fulfill the four enlightened activities. From the four mantras, light rays stream forth, spreading to the 10 directions, and in a single instant manifest as a Vajra ground fence, tent and net, Vajra canopy and Vajra fire, without any spaces in between, in the main and intermediate directions appear 8 deities.
Om Medene Banzara Bhava Banzara Bada Hom, Om Banzara Chakara Hom Bam Hom, Om Banzara Banzar Hom Bam Hom, Om Banzara Vedana Hom Kam Hom, Om Banzara Shara Jwala Tram Sam Tram, Om Banzara Jwala Analarka Hom Hom Hom. With the intention to free all beings, I ever and always seek refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, until enlightenment manifests. With the intention to free all beings, I ever and always seek refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, until enlightenment manifests. With the intention to free all beings, I ever and always seek refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, until enlightenment manifests. Through wisdom, with love and compassion, for the sake of sentient one's welfare, in the presence of the Buddhas here, I dedicate myself to achieve thoroughly compassion, for the sake of sentient one's welfare, in the presence of the Buddhas here, I dedicate myself to achieve thoroughly perfected Buddhahood, through wisdom with love and compassion, for the sake of sentient one's welfare, in the presence of the Buddhas here, I dedicate myself to achieve thoroughly perfected Buddhahood. From the very beginning, my own body, speech, and mind have always been the naturally pure true essence of Vajrayogini herself likewise. The five aggregates are none other than the five pure Buddha families, and the five pure elements purified are the five mothers such as Tungchima, the fully pure spheres of perception are male and female bodhisattvas, the aggregates, elements, and the perception spheres are pure from the start.
Om Jacheda Parishudha Sarva Dharma Jacheda Shuddho.
Above my crown sits Vajrasattva, on a moon cushion and lotus seat, his complexion like the autumn moon, draped in silks and strewn with precious jewels. Last his hands hold a Vajra and bell, and at his heart on a moon is hung from the 100-syllable mantra. Light rays stream out to the Buddhas and bodhisattvas of 10 directions, gathering the light of their compassion and absorbing back bright nectar flows from the mantra, entering my crown, cleansing all the defilements and veils. Thus recite the 100 syllables.
Om Yere Banza Heruga Sasamaya Manubalaya Banza Heruga Dino Baraya Di Chandrito Me Baba Sudo Kayo Me Baba Anurato Me Baba Subo Kayo Me Baba Sarva Siddhi Me Barayaza Sarva Karma Suzame Zidaye Yang Guru Ha Ha Ho Bhagave Baza Heruga Mame Heruga Hawa Mahasamaya Sedu Ahum Pe Om Yere Baza Heruga Maya Manubalaya Baza Heruga Bara De Chandri Chome Baba Sudo Kayo Me Baba Anurato Me Baba Subo sarva karma sujame zedang yang guru
From Vajrasattva's own lips he says, your defilements and obscurations have been purified, and he becomes white light, which then dissolves into me. My own nature vividly appears as exalted Vajrayogini. At my heart from the sweet syllable emerge light rays radiating out, summoning Vajrayogini and all the Kagyu Lamas and Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, all the retinue, come gather before me in the Lama with form like a precious jewel, through your kindness arises great bliss. In a single instant you shine forth, Vajra holder, at your feet I bow. Great heroic splendorous Heruka, utterly pure almighty Vajra, and to you Vajra Varahi of all yearnings, great passions, I bow down. Once again from the seed syllable, at my heart goddesses issue forth, offering gifts to the mandala. Om Sarva Tathagata Saparivara Arkam Vadisa Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Saparivara Badin Badisa Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Saparivara Bhusve Badisa Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Saparivara Badisa Soha. Om Sarva Gata Gata Saparivara Aloke Bhati Jasoha. Om Sarva Gata Gata Saparivara Gande Bhati Jasoha. Om Sarva Gata Gata Saparivara Nirvide Bhati Jasoha. Om Sarva Gata Gata Saparivara Shaka. To the three jewels I go for refuge, and confess each negativity, along with every unwholesome deed. I rejoice in the virtues of beings, and hold steadfast the awakened mind of Buddhahood, and until I reach enlightenment I do take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Supreme Assembly, and for the welfare of others and myself I generate awakened mind, and by way of this arousal of sublime awakened mind, I now welcome all sentient beings and engage in beautiful conduct, supreme actions of bodhisattvas for the sake of benefiting beings. May I reach the state of Buddhahood. To the three jewels I go for refuge, and confess each negativity, along with every unwholesome deed. I rejoice in the virtues of beings, and hold steadfast the awakened mind of Buddhahood, and until I reach enlightenment I do take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Supreme Assembly, and for the welfare of others and myself I generate awakened mind, and by way of this arousal of sublime awakened mind, I now welcome all sentient beings and engage in beautiful conduct, supreme actions of bodhisattvas for the sake of benefiting beings. May I reach the state of Buddhahood. To the three jewels I go for refuge,
and confess each negativity, along with every unwholesome deed. I rejoice in the virtues of beings and hold steadfast the awakened mind of Buddhahood, and until I reach enlightenment I do take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Supreme Assembly, and for the welfare of others and myself I generate awakened mind, and by way of this rousal of sublime awakened mind, I now welcome all sentient beings and engage in beautiful conduct, supreme actions of bodhisattvas, for the sake of benefiting beings. May I reach the state of Buddhahood. From the palace of union's great bliss, free of constructs, to you, bliss gone one, Vajradhara, I deeply pray. From the pure palace of non-duality's expanse, to you, the son of all victors, Tilopa, I pray. From the palace of rainbow-like vivid emptiness, to you, supreme scholar Naropa, I deeply pray. From the pure palace of my form as a deity, to you, the true gurus of the union transmission, and to you, all root and lineage lamas, I pray. Please bless me to realize mind as the Dharmakaya, from the palace that quells misfortune and obstacles. To you, the oceans of Dharma protectors, I pray. Pacify in all directions negativity and hindrances, granting common and supreme cities. The visualized field of accumulation dissolves into me. Love is the intent to benefit others. Compassion is a wish to overcome their pain. Joy is feeling fulfilled by their happiness. Equanimity is equalizing beings. Love is the intent to benefit others. Compassion is a wish to overcome their pain. Joy is feeling fulfilled by their happiness. Equanimity is equalizing beings. Love is the intent to benefit others. Compassion is a wish to overcome their pain. Joy is feeling fulfilled by their happiness. Equanimity is equalizing beings. Om
Shuddha Sarva Dharma Asvabhava Shuddho Om Vajra Shuddha Sarva Dharma Vajra Shuddho Om Yoga Shuddha Sarva Dharma Yoga Shuddho.
Through reciting these mantras, all phenomena subsumed within, subject, objects, dualistic grasping, become transformed into emptiness. By reciting Hom Hom from within that state, comes a Vajra ground fence, tent and canopy, webs of arrows, and outside the scope of that, wisdom flames blaze, and in this protective sphere, from me arises a Dharmodaya with its root pointing downward and a base on top. Outside it is blue and inside it is red. In the center of its vast expansive base, from the letter palm a lotus manifests of multiple colors, and from A appears a full moon, and from Ram manifests a sun. Of a flattened palm chin appears my own mind, as a red bomb letter emanating light. From that appears a Vajra-handled curved knife, with a bomb at its hub streaming forth with light, sending out offerings to the exalted ones, and cleansing defilements for all sentient beings, placing them in the state of the Vajra Queen. The light gathers back and I fully transform, like silk suddenly hoisted into the sky, becoming the form of Vajrayogini. Red in color, clear yet empty, I'm ablaze with the splendor of 100,000 suns. My main face of passion and wrath has 3 eyes, bearing fangs, and on my right above my ear is a grunting sow face, and I am adorned with a 5-skulled crown, while half my hair is loose. I bear a necklace of 50 severed heads, 5 bone ornaments, and in my right hand is a curved knife, and in my left I am holding skull cup filled with blood, while a trident rests in the crook of my arm, pointing toward the sky, reveling in blood with the youth of 16 years. My breasts are plump and my right leg is bent up, with the left extended in gestures of dance, gaining victory in space over the 3 realms. I dwell at the center of masses of fire,
that have come blazing forth from my own body. At my navel from Om Ambam is red Varahi. At my heart from Hong and Yom is a blue Yamini. At my throat from Hrim and Mom is the white Mohini. At my forehead from Hrim yellow Samchalini. And at the crown with Hung a green Samtrasini. On my limbs with Peped are the smoky Chandikas. All have one face, 2 hands, and a curved knife in the right. In their left a good skull cup, and they wear crowns of skulls. Garlands of fresh heads, and they are marked with the 5 seals. With 3 eyes their hair flows, 3 with tridents on their arms. Right legs bent and left outstretched as they abide in dance. In my secret place as I am Vajrayogini is a red Dharmodaya with 3 in the center, streaming light in 10 directions to all the victors and their hosts, inviting all the Vajrayogini.
Om Benza Varahe Sapare Vare Agam Bade Bube Dube Arboke Gende
From all of their bodies, limitless forms emanate, dissolving into my crown, and this then generates energy and power in my body. Then from there speech streams red Ali Kali absorbed into my throat, generating energy and power in my speech. From their hearts a stream of bodhicitta then descends, entering my heart, and bliss emptiness arises. Yogini then dissolves into me, and we're not doomed.
Yoga Shuddha Sarva Dharma Yoga Shuddha.
Again from the seats illable at my heart light rays stream out, invoking the deities of the 5 Buddha families who grant empowerment.
Om
supplicated thus the empowerment deity say, just as when the Cuscan ones are born, the ablution rite is requested. With this pure divine water we too, in the same way shall also wash you. Om Sarva Tathagata Abhishekata Samaya Shriye Om. Thus empowerment is now bestowed. My body is filled and defilements are purified. The excess water overflows at my crown, becoming the crown ornament of Akshobhya. Then the empowerment deities dissolve and are absorbed into me. I now offer clouds of offerings manifested by the goddesses, arisen from my heart's love.
Om Sarva Tathagata Bhansavaraye Savare Vare Argam Bade Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Bhansavaraye Savare Vare Bade Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Bhansavaraye Savare Vare Bhuve Bade Soha. Sarva Tathagata Bhansavaraye Savare Vare Bhuve Bade Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Bhansavaraye Savare Vare Aloge Vade Soha. Sarva Tathagata Bhansavaraye Vare Vare Gende Vade Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Bhansavaraye Savare Vare Deva Soha. Om Sarva Tathagata Bhansavaraye Savare Om Ben Sarve Ne Hon
To the mouth of my kind root guru, essence of all the Buddhas of the 3 times and 10 directions, Om Ahom. To the mouth of sovereign Vajradhara, Om Ahom. To the mouth of exalted Vajrayogini, Om Ahom. To the mouth of great Siddha Tilo Shizang, Om Ahom. To the mouth of learned Master Naropa, Om Ahom. To the mouth of Lojin Chogi Lodro, Om Ahom. To the mouth of Mila Dorje Gyaltsen, Om Ahom. To the mouth of Dabo Dabo Shono, Om Ahom. To the mouth of Bliss Kagmo Drupa, Om Ahom. To the mouth of the great Lord Dekungpa, Om Ahom. And to the mouths of root and lineage lamas, Om Ahom. To the mouths of Vajrayoginis, 5 Dakinis, and all the hosts of deities of 4 kingdoms of 4 classes of Tantra, Om Ahom. To the mouths of the 4 glorious wisdom protector, and all the oceans of Samaya Dharma Palas, Om Ahom. Through the offerings of gazing and smiling, holding hands, embracing and uniting as one empowerment is bestowed, may we now realize the intended meaning of the Tantra.
Om Sarvada Dagata Amiragana Benzara Subha
By meditating upon the state devoid of identity, the meditation on the essence of the Deity is achieved. This then fulfills a great offering and simultaneously achieves the realization of all the Buddhas. Om homage to you, Bhagavati Vajravarahi, Arya, Mother of the 3 worlds, by others you're unassailed. Great majesty of awareness, for all ghosts you incite fear. Casting down in all directions, you are the great Vajra Queen, undefeated lady of the Vajra seed, you can't be beat. Your powerful eyes roam about, even poison you dry up. Fearsome, terrifying goddess, the lady who shows her fangs. You shall slay and fully cleave, and over them you reign supreme. Fully triumphant one, you stun, paralyze, and stupefy. Homage to you, Varahi, great yogini, who circle in a fire-red Dharmodaya ring is a red lotus, and at its hub a sun mandala with a red bomb encircled by the mantra garland, which rotates to the left while its seat and seed syllable remain unmoved as it circles with great force and speed. Light rays stream out, making offerings to the noble ones and purify the obscurations of wandering beings. The light gathers back and then dissolves again into the mantra garland, causing the bliss emptiness to blaze. Om 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 Sarva Buddha Dakiniye Vajravananiye Vajraverosaniye Om 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 Be 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 Zoha No Om Sarva Buddha Dakiniye Vajravananiye Vajraverosaniye Om 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 Be 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 Soha Om Om Sarva Buddha Dakiniye Vajravananiye Vajraverosaniye Om 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 Be 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 Soha Om 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 Sarva Buddha Dakiniye Vajravananiye Vajraverosaniye Om 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 Be 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 Soha Om Om Sarva Buddha Dakiniye Vajravananiye Vajraverosaniye Om 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 Be 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 Soha Om Om Sarva Buddha Dakiniye Vajravananiye Vajraverosaniye Om 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 Be 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 Zoha Om Om
Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraverozaniye Om Be 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 Soha Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraverozaniye Om Be 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 Soha Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraverozaniye Om Be 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 Soha Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraverozaniye Om Be 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 Soha Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraverozaniye Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraverozaniye Om 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 Be 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 Soha Om 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 Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraverozaniye Om 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 Be 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 Soha Om 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 Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraverozaniye Om 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 Be 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 Soha Om 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 Sarva Buddha Dakineye
So do we have the questions from yesterday that were still on the Zoom? Or that were from left from the Zoom?
Vajrayogini mantra originally directly from Haruka Buddha or Vajrayogini or Tilopa? Where is the mantra from?
Kinsonge.
How's
The
that?
nga gane jungware, the nga the nene dorje na juma rang ne jungware be yang na the dimcho ne jungware be yang na tilopa ne jungware be. From the mother of Vajrayogini. So actually the mantra, and really the case is with, this is the case with any mantra, that it's kind of like calling out the name of the deity. So as we call out the name of the deity, we're supplicating, we're saying, please grant us blessings, please empower us and bless us.
There was another question about the spinning mantra. They were just saying they wanted to be sure, since prayer wheels spin to the right, that they just were confused and they wanted to be sure that it was really to the left or any clockwise.
Then the nga the core guidance Yonkor rewa. Dini the Yonkor yempa ko gyore yeni ang test detom yore guidance na penal mani lakor kordu. Dini Yonkor rewa. Dini the manorwa cheyaki chidu the yangcha shugo.
Yonkor is rewa. Jidang kashi yekore, kashi Yonkor is beja jena singja ina yekore injiri. Kashi Yonkor is that lie makazan nejor maju tong to Yonkor is.
So yes, it is counterclockwise, this mantra. So mantras, there are different mantras spin in different directions. So like Chandrazik, for instance, spins clockwise. But as he mentioned yesterday, many of these mantras that are belong to the category of unsurpassed Yoga Tantra spin counterclockwise.
Di
kaka ngato shutai. Di shimbachi do.
Yeah, I was wondering, when we're visualizing it spinning, are we also visualizing like red light permeating our body?
Dini de ngakor yang mikpa chedu. Dini oser marpo trugi oba dang zupo tamche chatsan chagi oba nangshin de na nangshin gomya yorore.
Yar Sanji the Chancho Symbolism Chobapu, or teaching up something not in so tembachi, what is some gentlemen, they depth songs on some gentlemen, do what they told and draw this and gentlemen, they depth songs and television.
So what you can do is visualize that as the mantra spins, red light radiates out, it permeates your entire body, but it permeates out or it spreads out to the 10 directions and makes offerings to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And then the light returns and dissolves again into the mantra garland. And then red light radiates out again and it purifies all the obscurations and defilements of sentient beings and then dissolves back into the mantra garland.
I wanted to ask about the Vajra armor that we talked about yesterday. The dakinis that are protecting us, what are they protecting us from?
Dini de dorje gotra rewa. Dini kando de karsang jigi yang ngato tsungkyo jegi yore sungirawa. Hini ngato yu de ngato garela sungkyo jegi yore. So that obstacles don't come.
We've got another one. When visualizing Haruka Chakra Samvara, can we do Vajrayogini visualizing simultaneously with reciting mantra?
I'm sorry. Can you ask?
When visualizing Haruka Chakra Samvara, can we do Vajrayogini visualizing?
No, it's not okay. Yeah. It's definitely not okay. So it's definitely not okay.
Okay.
Was it that while doing a different practice, you're reciting a different mantra? I was sort of lost my concentration when you said it first. Yeah, so like if you're doing chakra samvara, then you know, why would you do any mantra other than chakra samvara? So when you're doing a particular deity, that's the deity's mantra that you recite. You recite that deity's mantra.
Another one. There's a portion of the text that says to recall the meaning of mantras in a note prior to the main mantra. Could Rinpoche elaborate on the meaning of these, or are these covered in a different teaching? Recall the meaning of mantras.
Where is that?
They said in a note prior to the main mantra.
Oh,
So
right.
page
No, it's the
28.
Sumbani, it's the protection mantras, I think. Is that what it's from? Do you know? Does they specify?
It says in a note prior to the main mantra, so would that be on page 28? Is there a note there?
But it doesn't say reflect the meaning. So I think it must be from yeah, so it just at the 28, it says recite as many times as you can, and then at the end of the session. Or, let's see, 27. With great pride in the primordial purity of your own mind is for Vajrayogini, seeing it for what it truly is, generates stability. So that's different. It must be the Sumbani, but that question already came yesterday. We asked. Kar pacher dunda de nga ge dunda de sumkor ge nga de karsang lips are yirwa. Dine de mare de dunda kare yore de den dunda dringo gare de yikchung nanga sung yore a. So it was. So it's the same question I think that came yesterday. That because it's with the protection mantras, where it says reflect on the meaning of the mantras, and so he reiterated that the meaning of those mantras is each of the levels or spheres of protection, like Vajra ground, Vajra tent, Vajra canopy, Vajra fire, and as it's described also in that section. That's the meaning of those mantras. Mm-hmm.
And yesterday someone asked why we do Vajrasattva so many times in different places in this sadhana.
Karsang me chiki ngatote pena yigja tingma mampo dongi yorewa. Tini tingma mampo dongi ki jimsen garere.
tingma mambo zinang go tere zendwa. Go tere ndwa te jitang tang arang so jitang jerem je ya la digre yong de khom wa. Wa digre te fa jang ya chi. Den jo tere zendwa te chila ka gong ya ren sa res. Jo tere zendwa. Te chila ka gong ya.
Chila.
Te ma to ni men do sa ma do. Me mambo je ma do.
So he doesn't think it's so many times. It's actually like once at the beginning and then once at the end of each session. So the reason we do it at the beginning is because since we're meditating on the generation stage, we need to have the preliminary of purifying obscurations, negativity and obscurations. So we don't want to generate our form in the deity with negativity and obscuration. So we want to purify them first. And then at the end, it's to purify any errors in the practice. Omissions, additions and omissions is often how it's referred to.
Sometimes chela sana tingen zi chong na chela yong zigri nga chela yong zigri wa den dong ba kona chela yong zi ba wa ta su gang de ka zong.
So the errors that can occur in practice can be errors of or this term, which means kind of additions and omissions, can be errors in the meditative absorption, can be errors or additions or omissions in the recitation of the mantra, can be additions or omissions in the recitation of the text or the sadhana itself.
with the Sumbani mantras, this question says, what is the difference between Om Anayaho Bhagawan Vidya Raja Hom Hom Pe that we recite in Ratna Mandala offering and Om Anayaho Bhagawan Banjar?
What is the difference between?
Say in Ratna Mandala offering.
Yeah, that's in the Nakando, not sure. The Kando, Kaki Kando, the Dami Hakami school, Beja, so and Kashina, Beja, Zajan Nimata, so that Nizama Kahatis was at it.
I'm sorry, just for me to understand the question, can you say it again? What is the chapter? So he says that he's assuming that the question has to do with that there's a difference, like actually according to different texts. So here we recited the way we recited, and then he said sometimes it appears like how he's reciting it, or another way that he just recited. And he said, there a lot of these mantras are a little bit. There's some variation. There's differences in different texts, and like in particular, there are differences with regard to Nyingma and Sarma.
This time, you provide this, then don't prevent that. The them show up on this thing out of judgment, those things, and in Shiba and Yabahim.
Purbala.
No, provide that car and those them show up on that these those.
So, like, also, like from some of the mantras that appear in both places, like, say, for instance, in Kilaya, as opposed to the system of Vajrayogini or Chakrasamvara, like, there are differences there with regard to how, like, the mantras are recited. The majority is the same, but the mantras at the end, or at the end of the mantra, it's a little. Oh, I think he's talking about the same mantra, Om Anayaho. The end of it, it's the same up to the end. There's just some different syllables. Is that what the question was?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to doing visual.
Yeah, more than
okay.
Thank you. Going to the left with the mantra counterclockwise. There's in the Mother Tantra Vows, there's a kind of a curious thing. It says where you're supposed to do things with the left side, and I've kind of never understood that too well. Like we step forward with the left and do things with our left hand.
So
we lead with the left somehow. It's an important practice to do.
Maju Nangla, Dini Yong, the Yichungla, Tigio Sarawa, the Yon Chotla, Tangma Chego Grepina, Dampo Kampa Yomba, Dampo Yomba La Sopa, Dini Di Kachambo Rebe, Dang Garicini Dinda, Chayore.
So, the Maju, not Noa Chobana, Yon Chungo, Yon Korgo, so. Depends on Yompa Gunchu, said Eroa. Lakwa Yompe, the Lekachia Tambo. They are shocking, said the Betu loss on that Tambo Lapa or the Koyan Tambo, the young Gamba Tambo Lapa Yomba. What is the Bechatin Lapa Yompa, the young or young, you're in the life, or young good or young.
Oh, young.
What the inner man has yes on the wa. So I think also change my aim batch in there. The junior to cheat reality. Inside is on the change it my aim batch. Then not to come in they just changes you to lost one.
So yeah, that's right. And the Mother Tantras, like for instance, they say, that it's so the order, for instance, of the offerings or the offering bowls also changes so that it's from, it's in the opposite direction. So from left to right, or right to left. It's in the counterclockwise essentially, and so also Lord Jigten Sungmin mentions that you should he says so the okay, so he says like all activities should be done or performed or offered with the left or from the left. So with the left going first. So what he said, what you said, that, your left hand, for instance, you get up in the morning and you dress yourself or to pick up your clothes with the left hand, and then, step with the left first, the left foot. And so this is because the left is connected with like summoning, I guess, like or like summoning good fortune, or the summoning activity, or Yango, magnetizing. And so his thought is that it really, like, if it becomes a means, the most important thing is the sustaining of mindful awareness. So the main thing is to not become distracted, to sustain continuously undistracted mindful awareness. Are there other? Oh, you mola che you said what?
I'm wondering, are there we focus with our breath throughout the practice, like in addition to doing different visualizations, are we supposed to do anything with our breath at any point?
So tene nyamlin chepe kala the mix out che ya they mix out the
Mo si yo ma sta cha tang de long rom zi len da long de yana do jian de fa de yana zai me wo de zo sam no dang pro ta ma to mix wo xia xia ma do se wa so zo da nyam na chi lo lo na chi go sho de se cha sab so ja chi lan zo bo chi da wo de chi na yo ma lo lo na chi na ya.
So no, there isn't anything particular that you should be doing with the breath. The activities of kind of certain methods of holding the winds and so forth happens maybe in the context of, like, say, the Vajra recitation. But here, really, as we practice, the main thing is to be relaxed, and at ease, to not be like kind of nervous and jumpy.
No.
Accumulation of the Vajrayogini mantra, is it okay to recite it just in the mind alone, or it's better to actually enunciate it?
Say again.
For the accumulation, is it okay just to do it mentally, or is it better to enunciate it?
Then sometimes the laptang yerawa the simne danka satna digire the danka sayala. Yeah, that's okay.
What's the difference between Mother Yoga Tantra and Father Yoga Tantra?
Dine maju dang paju gicha parkare yore.
That
Chachimbo.
Yeah, that's yes. Yeah, so that is long zo dong ba pa ju yin la ore. Long ba. Long kin yam na chi ya. Zo dong ba pa ju yin. Za zo dong ba ma ju yin so that do ye ba sa les.
So he said, in brief, we can say that the Father Tantras are connected with the practices of the winds, and the Mother Tantras are connected with the practices of the drops. Oh no, channels. Sorry, channels. Yeah. So in the practices of channels, winds, and drops, didn't ni me tiglere be.
Say that again, Virginia. I'm confused.
So the main practice for the Father Tantras is the winds, practicing with the winds, and the main practice for the Mother Tantras is the practice with the channels.
Yeah,
So then, no, if there isn't any other question, then we'll continue. Yeah.
When it says there's samaya and wisdom merging, what does samaya mean in that context?
Dini de damsek dang yeshi yer me dugir. Dini damsek di kala dunda kare yore.
Damsek is na so ji de le damsek ba chi. So jian chang de le sa yi xi ba de do de ne jo ge ju la ma mo jian chang ze lam do a. De so yi xi ba chi. De rang tian song damsek ba de xi ba ni shi mi ba chi.
Dini yang dutsi kala pena damsek yer me tu yero.
Dutsi kan do he.
Re dutsi kala ye ting ma mo de.
Dutsi ka
Re dutsi la jamso. Dutsi. Sangma did penatorma, Dutsi, la sopa.
Wang la yore, wang la ga yore.
Mare.
Wang la.
Oh, page 30.
On the page 30.
Let me see 30. It appears in many places, yeah. I think. Then the damye yerme dutsi jamso gyur.
Ale de zore, don't make out. Ale te dutsrwa. Oh, that is sorry. That is he could say the general. Zan zhong do na yin zhong do. Tell you was true ne. 这就是讲话是堂几把堂几突击了，有没强调什么一些就是说说的够，我的他们这个就是他我自己的这有了，我的天说那他们这个就是他一些就是你是没把小声，
So the here the visualize, so the here the samaya is referring to the samaya being, and then the wisdom is the wisdom being, and so whether that's meditating on yourself in the form of Vajrayogini, that's the samaya being, and then the wisdom beings are invoked and dissolve into you. Here in the case of when the like torma, it becomes the nectar, all of these blessings that we're doing. So the visualized nectar is like the samaya being, and then from the 3 syllables, light rays stream out, and they invoke the blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, which return in the form of primordial wisdom nectar, which then merges with the visualized nectar, which we can call the samaya nectar. So the merging of the external blessings of the primordial wisdom nectar from the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and the one that we have visualized. So as the light rays stream out, it stimulates or kind of calls upon the heart of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and then bodhicitta, the essence of bodhicitta, is what then infuses with the nectar, or becomes infused with the nectar, becomes infused with bodhicitta.
What is the meaning or symbolism of a dharmodaya?
So it's the source. So the word in Tibetan is actually chujung. So chu means phenomena, and jung is source. So actually sometimes maybe you've seen this is translated as reality source, but it means, so what the dharmodaya represents is like the source of all phenomena. So then we can recite the mantra some. Om 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 Sarvam Buddha Dakiniye Vajravananiye Vajraberotsaniye Om 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 Be 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 So Sarvam Buddha Dakiniye Vajravananiye Vajraberotsaniye Om 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 Be 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 So Om
Sarvam Buddha Dagini Vajravanani Vajraberotani Om 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 Pe 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 Zoha Om 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 Sarvam Buddha Dagini Vajravanani Vajraberotani Om Om Pe Pe Zoha Om Om Sarvam Buddha Dagini Vajravanani Vajraberotani Om 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 Pe 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 Zoha Om 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 Sarvam Buddha Dagini Vajravanani Vajraberotani Om 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 Pe 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 Zoha Om 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 Sarvam Buddha Dagini Vajravanani Vajraberotani Om 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 Pe 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 Zoha Om 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 Sarvam Buddha Dagini Vajravanani Vajraberotani Om 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 Pe 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 Zoha Om 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 Sarvam Buddha Dagini Vajravanani Vajraberotani Om 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 Pe 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 Zoha Om 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 Sarvam Buddha Dagini Vajravanani Vajraberotani Soha. Om Sarva Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Om 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 Pe 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 Soha Om Om Sarva Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Om Om Pe 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 Soha Om Om Sarva Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Om 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 Pe 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 Soha Om 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 Sarva Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Om 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 Pe 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 Soha Om 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 Sarva Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Om 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 Pe 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 Soha Om 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 Sarva Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Om 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 Pe Pe Soha Om 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 Sarva Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Om 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 Pe 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 Soha Om 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 Sarva Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Om 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 Pe 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 Soha
Hong Ong Ong Pe 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 So Ha No Mo Mo Sarva Buddha Dakine Vajrayogini Hong Ong Ong Pe
Zoha Om Sarvam Buddha Dakineya Vajrayogini Vajraberotaniya Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Om Sarvam Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Om Sarvam Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Om Sarvam Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Om Sarvam Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Om Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Om Sarvam Buddha Dakineya Vajravananiya Vajraberotaniya Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha. Page 28. From the bomb light radiates and the outer world and contents melt to light, which is absorbed into my body. I dissolve from the bottom and top into light, which dissolves into bomb. The body of the bomb then dissolves into its head and its crescent moon, then into the tigle and nada, which becomes luminous emptiness. Once again clearly with one face and 2 arms in the illusion-like form of Vajrayogini I arise.
Om Kendra Durma Dursu Dekuna. Om Subhava Shuddha Sarva Dharma Subhava Shuddho.
From within the state of emptiness, a top wind veranda hearth of skulls is a skull cup bearing qualities, red inside with white exterior. Therein from Mubirashu and Ma arise the 5 ambrosial nectars. From Nagokuha and Da appear 5 meats which they mark, and the wind stirs, fanning the flames which intensify, causing the contents to melt and boil. From the 3 syllables light rays stream, drawing in divine wisdom nectar. Through this Samaya and wisdom merge, and the nectar becomes a vasi. Gagulamas yidam deities of the 4 tantras especially, Vajrayogini and all the rest, emanations and the multitudes of secondary emanations, all the 5 classes of Dakinis. I invite these guests to the Torma.
Om Benza Arade Hom Za Hom Ba Hom Banza Dakini Samaya Sadam Deshaya Ho Om Benza Arade Hom Za Hom Ba Hom Banza Dakini Samaya Sadam Deshaya Ho Om Banza Arade Hom Za Hom Ba Hom Banza Dakini Samaya Sadam Deshaya Ho. All the guests have Vajra tongues of light, through which they draw nectar and enjoy. Om Guru Deva Sarva Buddha Dakini Sabare Vara Edam Balinda Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Guru Deva Sarva Buddha Dakini Sabare Vara Edam Balinda Kaka Kahi Kahi. Om Guru Deva Sarva Buddha Dakini Sabare Vara Edam Balinda Kaka Kahi Kahi. Sarva Tata Gata Vajravarahe Sabare Vare Agam Badin Gurve Dube Aloge Ganden Evede.
conquered, becoming great compassion's display, thus achieving all beings' benefit. To Sri Vajrayogini I bow.
Page 34. 34. Benza heruga samaya manubalaya benza heruga deno bara desha dejo me bawa sudokayo me bawa samurato me bawa savakayo me bawa Sarva siddhi me prayasa sarva karma sutta me zedam shri guru ha 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 ho bhagavan bhaja heruka mame munza heruko bhava ma samaya sadhu Yoga Shuddha Sarva Dharma Yoga Shuddha. Page 35. The wisdom beings.
The wisdom beings dissolve into me.
Page 43. Om benza varahe argamba dinza soha. Om benza varahe badin badinza soha. Om benza varahe pusbe badinza soha. Om benza varahe Badinza soha, Om benza varahe, aloge badinza soha, Om benza varahe, gente badinza soha, Om benza varahe, nevede badinza soha.
The glorious Vajrayogini, universal queen of skyfarers, embodiment of the five wisdoms and three kayas, you who protect beings, I pay homage and extol your praise. The reliability of the Deity and truth of Samaya, and the supreme authenticity of the words of her enlightened speech. By the power of these truths may I be held in your care, Supreme Goddess. May there be true plentiful well-being, no sickness and wholesomeness of mind. May we perfectly reach our desires, liberation and the like, and may abundant excellence be attained. So then, for the Sangha member who's passed away, now we'll also do a prayer in the blue book, Chenrezig prayer, supplication.
372, page 372. Yeah, 372 吧。Namo Logi Shora 72.
But it doesn't start with the, he doesn't have the beginning Namo Lokeshwaraya, but that's in his book.
No way.
Dilla, you know it.
Tu son de chen 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 ji gu ba wo ba mi be chen la zhu be gu mo nan zhen chi tu ji pu jong wa jar ba si tan lo ma da chong ji ye dan chu chung guan chu jia jian chu zhuo ye tong tu tu jie qian bu zuo shen he du niang ba mi yong ne na la san mo lang zhuo bie bang tu xiu da tan da ke nian zhen hu luan bang xian da de bian zhuo wan qi song na tan lu de tu qie tu ba tang do ba ba mi si yu zhuo ba tang nam xie guo tang da ke ni yu ka ra se guo dong wa yu ye guo song ji le ju ru zhe tu guo tang guo xia su 就接着所见多接着定着起大拉偏着tu就诺基给把马所见同途成来堂那所看着看松着完那在些迎接重来些 Good men on the end, Jonan say, Vardo Navra Jumar Moshe, and some Jurang and be Party and Dobata, a Povis on Zoje Jeren say, a Tele Vardo Nawan Chelsea. 东南参见扎日当来塞，永不浪拉松边卡尔瓦西，前面那个日节来塞，恰当往给你咱上同塞，东南参见恰花当来塞。 ngàn rô sen bồ liên quân gô ba tang thiên chủ rô nô thang rô xie jian ren sei la la nhà rô sa zhang zong sei jie mei xin jing mi gan ma nar ju rô xie tu jie chu tang ning jie ka wo rô jie 帕内谢当苏谢杰人塞，拉拉耶达尼斯萨东克，真空没从萨拉恰肯提，全别就的人苏谢杰人杰，森南的巴出谢杰人塞。 la la tun ru je ke je sa xin guo zhu xia pa bang tu zu jie zi hong mong ba tembe maron la ye she do me bo she jeren se la la ni yu de ta su ji yun zhou le ji wang mi tu ka na gu yong re wo chen mo che si ji长多龙国修学见人谁啦啦啦你龙九的哇啦因哇龙的没见起波动土地没得雄伟之人杰多家去了多些见人谁没那这个那些去过些，都俺从街去的那对句，你今把了去为看见错，都街家去中些接人谁，当时旁边级别级别错。你这个这谈不路公呢，头俺从家人别接我也，都得出了就是见人谁，别拿没脏完了张不行，可别的往同年的过送。天灭的我的这位家娃也，同灭来的东西见人谁，得到修的路途千年间，一年修的不修的总为，但别就灭三界过年久。爱佛罗堂就是见人谁，头发长眼修养东东去，三个定睛无穷，我把他的大人都挂了，三年马堂就是见人谁。年中落叶自成三五天，前边都别强行落大街，天天三马结作没拖着，拉松这个机械见人谁，军这狼多死心多巴掌。土地个二界周游家，那也若求解唐伯也，先别喇叭就些见人谁，拉长两界众多工作呢，中和帮先阳天求难解。家为我我托这个也，先东能够做见见谁，那人的桑叶看起了，怕马走进苦别生的话，这些大桑没家的大姐。冬天你的祖先见人谁？马来南国的那些人为，都干不见讲的谁明白？结我的那头上的东西，这也结怕祖先见人谁？大律全门都跟着俺学。 me Vajrayogini Drupchö Aratien Kanke Jedam Mojave Atudru Shindu Moju Sevende Chane Namdru Zoshe Jerense Dadon Nampu Shendon Konande Shede Samba Geje Mejonshe Jome Yeje Meye Zizina Chohane Hodzo Jerense Choye Namda Rinjenzo Chanson Lata Lasan Kolege Dembe More Monan Dedaya Meto Nyotu Drupchö Jerense Deye Sera Banden Lamata Tu son de jana de moncho ye bara mi bara jesu zijo anjoro bara yutu zuje jerense de nazo onro kajasi jamro simbi tevdina de modu paje do things
So on page 8 of the prayer book, then of the blue book. Oh no, 89.
Prayer book, page 80.
Oh, page
8.
Page 8 in the prayer book, and then afterwards we do 89 in the blue book. 8 in the prayer book.
No numbers, yeah. Prayer book, page 8. Ye ma ho ngan za san ye na wa ta ye da ye su jo bo tu je chen bo ta a yong de sen ba du chen to na la san ye chan se ba mi ko je de che mon sar ba de me ba ye de ba jian xie jia ye xin kang de yan de ne chen po ju ma ta yan je han ma ju ba de re jian
So we can go back to the mantra. Sorry, it was the same thing on 89. So it was the same prayer. Vajrayogini Vajrayogini Taniye Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Nyom Om Sarva Buddha Dagineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Nyom Om Sarva Buddha Dagineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Nyom Om Sarva Buddha Dagineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Nyom Om Sarva Buddha Dagineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Nyom Om Sarva Buddha Dagineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Nyom Om Sarva Buddha Dagineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Nyom Om Sarva Buddha Dagineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Nyom Om Sarva Buddha Dagineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Hong Ong Ong Be 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 Zoha Nyom Om Sarva Buddha Dagineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Ong 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 Be 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 Zoha No Mo Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Ong 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 Be 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 Zoha No Mo Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Ong 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 Be 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 Zoha Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Ong 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 Be 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 Zoha No Mo Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Ong 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 Be 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 Zoha No Mo Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Ong 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 Be 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 Zoha No Mo Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Ong 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 Be 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 Zoha No Mo Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Ong 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 Be 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 Zoha No Mo Sarva Buddha Dakineye Vajravananiye Vajraberozaniye Hong 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 Be 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 So
Purification, page 16.
Page 16. By the virtues collected in the 3 times, by myself and all beings and samsara and nirvana, and by the innate root of virtue, may I and all beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of the great Drikungpa Ratna Shri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Yeah, okay. Now, launch belly. Chicago, 2 o'clock back.
So we come back at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Before it sets. You know what I mean? I'll take care of that. I'll just get it. Not the first time I said red wine going astray. No. Ooh, so close. We almost made it.
But it's white wine that takes out red wine. So
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
The last time that the
Yeah.
I think
well, do what you do.
We'll
then.
see.
Because probably actually, come to think of it, it might get destroyed if it's red. Like if it's put in a machine.
yeah, it won't go in the machine, definitely. But now was it red wine?
It
Right?
was red. But I know, look at that.
Yeah, it's not. It's coming out.
Actual Buddha that's symbolizing. So in every one of those moments where the wisdom is merged into the samadhi, the real Buddha melts into your visualizing Buddha. Is that clear? It's more about the way I
It's so pretty.
it's all these are methods. So this method of using the samadhi
It looks magical.
wisdom to visualize the actual good
The actual deity, some essence that's already present, so spirit in us? Or is it some
it depends who
external
you ask. It
entity?
depends who you ask.
So are we thinking of the wisdom being something external to? I mean, something really external.
It depends who you ask, because once again, it's hard to say because the nature of the mind